Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're talking about some very important things happening today. We have a speech from our favorite person ever, Mr. Jerome Powell. He is speaking today, so I'm going to go through some news and what could be the potential outcomes of that. We've been seeing some decent price action in Bitcoin the last couple days here. I have the 4-hour chart. We've kind of been in this descending channel yet again, lots of descending channels that we've been playing with for many, many months, but we have been getting rejected by these 50% levels multiple times. So I just want to talk about the news today, potential outcomes going up, going down, etc., and what we can expect in the near future. So before that, if you are enjoying the content, please press that subscribe button, press that like button, leave a comment below what you guys think, how you guys feeling, and join the Discord. And also just remember, I am not a financial advisor or a CPA or a lawyer, so do your own diligence and let's go. So, all right, what do we got going on here? We've been rejected off these 50% levels many times. Now, these 50% levels are basically from the top to the bottom, and then from, a couple of the other moves to the bottom. So using the fib retracement tool, okay? If you bring those out, this is what you get: 59.6 and 61.6 basically. We've been rejected multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times off this top one, and basically let's see here, where we got 1, 2, 3 times off this bottom one. So this top one has more significance. Clearly there's been a lot of reversals there. Now we have some news coming in the next hour and 15 minutes here, and I think we could potentially finally break this 50% level. If we do end up breaking this 50% level, there is some other Fibonacci important lines up here, but there's really not a whole lot going all the way back up to about 68,600 or even 70k. So if we do break this might be the moment for the breakout that we've all been waiting for quite some time. If we do go to the daily chart, this is the other descending channel I was talking about right here. We've been in this for quite some time, and then we kind of have been just consolidating right here, kind of waiting for, I don't know, some big news to happen or some big momentum to come into the market. If you can see, volume has been kind of coming down. So if we look at the volume chart here, you have a lot of volume by the all-time high. Of course, that always happens. Lots of volume, the most volume by the all-time high. And then we basically have just been kind of trailing off in volume. So hopefully if we see a big spike in volume, some big buyers coming into the market, it will push the price up very, very quickly. So yeah, we'll also have obviously the stock market opening, and it wasn't an amazing day yesterday for the stock market. You can see lots of red, so we might have some potential for a reversal. Pre-market says we are just a little bit higher. Again, this is an all-time high for the S&P 500. Basically, we're right next to it, right on top of it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. So let's pull up these news articles and some other stuff that I want to talk about real quick. It's going to be an interesting day today. We'll see what happens. So basically what's happening is we have a speech coming from Powell in Jackson. So let's see what we got going on here. Of course, it brings the ads out right now. Here we go. August 23rd today. We are getting basically economic data. Okay, so financial markets are aligned for the first move. The central bank all but gave the game away on Wednesday when the readout of its July meeting showed vast majority of policymakers agreed that the policy easing likely would begin next month. Okay, so our first rate cut is next month. I'll show you that. They have a nice little chart here. And it's interesting because it says, he's going to take the podium at 10 a.m., which is in literally an hour and 12 minutes. And we'll see what happens here. This is what's happened in the past on this day. So majority of them are positive days. However, there are 2 negative days, but they kind of explain them as, in 2022, his warning that the Fed's fight with inflation would mean pain lay ahead delivered a jolt. Okay, and then 2019, it was more because of the trade tensions with China. So there is some, kind of black swan type events. As I'm talking, we just passed 61,000. Just got a notification on my phone. So we are already seeing, there's a big buy too. We are already seeing some momentum. If you want to trade on Margex, feel free to use my link below. Make sure you look at the terms of service and make sure you know your local laws for trading in certain exchanges. But if you want to go long on some of these news that's happening, we'll see what happens here. We might get totally rejected and go back down, or we might see a massive pump. Of course, it's going to be a risky move regardless. We're seeing the volume and the the volume pick up and the price. So anyways, so that's interesting. A lot of people are saying, you know, unemployment rate is 4.3, but they're saying below the normal long run average of 5.7. So that is still good. We've had some different things with unemployment numbers getting adjusted by like 1 million if you haven't seen the news there, but this is an interesting chart as well here. I wanted to talk about this one for sure because today is the Jackson Hole meeting. He's going to speak here, and then we have a GDP update and Q2, we have PCE, payroll, CPI, and then here is basically our very first time that we're going to cut. Okay, so we basically have September 17th. We'll have either going down. This is the interest rate right here. I'm sorry, unemployment. Wait, what is this? Fed funds rate. Okay, sorry. 5.8%. This is the funds rate, which affects the other mortgage rates and everything, right? So when this goes down, it could go down to 5.13, which would be, you know, a nice little drop there, or all the way down to even 4.88. They're thinking over the next couple of days after September 17th. So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens there, and it's going to be really interesting. You know, I'll link this article. I don't want to read the whole thing for you guys. I want to talk about some other stuff real quick before we get out of here. So if I go to CoinGlass and just look at longs versus shorts right now, you can see 51% of the people are bullish, 18 neutral, and only, you know, whatever this is, 32% are bearish. And if you see, we have, every time I look at this, it's a little bit higher. Here we go, 1.09. So majority of people are putting in longs instead of shorts. On Margex, it looks like in the short term, there's a lot of people having some shorts, but it's going to be interesting just to see what happens here. It's still pretty split. Some of the exchanges are more bearish than others for some reason, but kind of interesting information there. And then if we look at the liquidation heat map, this is basically when you're using leverage, if you get liquidated at a certain price, that shows that those numbers on here. So you can see we do have some liquidation leverage down here. 30 million at 59,600. So that's not out of the question, but there's a lot more above. And if you don't know, usually this liquidation gets grabbed, meaning that whenever there's more liquidation up, then we're usually going up because it causes the most pain for the most amount of people here. So you can see right here, there's 37 million at 61,400, which we're approaching right now kind of quickly. So you can see we've gone up, and we haven't hit that price for quite some time, since all the way in you know, back here, what is that, August 20? Wait, that's today. Wait, what is this? Is this oh, this is 24-hour chart. Interesting. So we grabbed it earlier, but there's already a lot of liquidity up in this area, so that's kind of interesting. If we look at let's look at like the 1 week here and see how we're looking here. Here we go. This looks more like I expected it to look. So you can see we grabbed a bunch of it back here August 21st when we had this big pump high, and then we've kind of just, you know, gone back and forth here. And then you can see today we actually have quite a big green bar, but we might grab this 61,800. We got 470 million there, so quite a lot. Now that I'm looking at the weekly, you can see there's no more yellow down at the bottom, so there's a lot more yellow up top, meaning we have a higher chance of going up. So okay, that's all I want to talk about. I want to get this video out before the meeting in an hour. Let's see what happens here. I'm really excited to see. I've been betting on the market here using margin, so feel free to use my link in the description below if you want to trade on Margex. Just make sure that you know, read the terms of service and all that good stuff. So, and trading with leverage is very risky, so just be careful. Be very, very careful. So that's it for the video. I just want to talk about that real quick. We have seen some nice pumps from Render and FET. We've seen some nice pumps from them in the AI space in the last couple of days, as well as AVAX. Maneki was doing crazy the other day. It seems like it's down today, but it went up. It was up like 30 to 20% or something, 20-30%. So we're seeing some altcoins start to pump. And it's going to be interesting to see if we get Bitcoin, a big pump from Bitcoin. Maybe we'll finally hit some of the Bitcoin dominance numbers we've been looking at eventually. Who knows? We'd have to hit a pretty big spike to hit that 60% quickly. Some people believe that that is the beginning of the big rally, but we'll see what happens. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment below, and hope you guys are enjoying the content, and good luck in the market. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.